Hello everyone, it's Caribbean and Tina.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel.
Yes.
Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I hope that you're in the best of health.
Yes, most importantly, health.
Today we're talking about furniture to bring or to buy here.
Yes. That's literally one of the questions we've gotten a couple the last day or so, but we get it a lot in general. I mean, it's something that people always ask when they're planning on the big exodus out of whatever country that they're leaving. Should I ship or not to ship? How much does furniture really cost, and what are my options in the Dominican Republic? Well, I know that there's a lot of places in Santo Domingo and other places for furniture, but we live in Santiago, so I can only talk about shopping in Santiago because Santiago's been the only place that we have gone shopping for furniture.
For furniture.
So, start with the big one that we've never shopped at, but we've been to a couple times, and that's Ashley
Furniture.
Yes. And that's right on Avenida Ferrabero, so we've been there. But every time we go in there, you said it's what?
Way too expensive. So I ain't trying to spend that kind of cash. I'm frugal with my money.
Yes.
Hello.
And it's nice quality. They've had a couple sales, but they've had a lot of like Mother's Day and this and that, 20% off, blah blah blah. But every time we go in there, it's because it's empty.
Right.
No one's ever in there, literally. Maybe one person one time when we went in there was in there. Honestly, when we go in there,
the foot traffic is not that much because a lot of the average Dominicans can't afford those kind of prices.
well, no, they're just not going to pay it.
I don't blame them.
I
don't blame them.
I ain't paying all that.
Yeah,
they want
they
way
can't
too
afford
much
that.
for the same amount, same type of furniture you can get
Right.
at like Suplidora, Hawaii, which is where we went on the recommendation of your friend,
Right.
to look at shopping. And there, it's a smaller. I like that. I mean, it's a big store, but it's what you would call a smaller box chain. And because of that, you can negotiate the price, meaning how much you buy is the more you buy, the bigger your negotiating chip.
Right.
So there's that. There's IKEA, which we like IKEA because IKEA furniture. You said you've been in
Europe.
Yeah.
And I bought IKEA furniture in Europe, and it's a German company that's all over the world. Now I'll tell you what, when you get IKEA furniture, that stuff is good. And it's gonna last you.
But it's not like what we got in the United States because IKEA in Las Vegas was really flimsy.
Right.
And I dare anybody to come and try to pick up this table that we have here. That table is from IKEA.
Right.
And that thing's heavy. It takes you and me to move it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to drag it. And that's not the weight of like end tables and console tables in the States.
Right.
I mean, it's really flimsy. And you gotta put this stuff together. I ain't trying to put this.
I ain't trying to put it together, but you know
They
the
do it
stuff,
here.
the stuff, IKEA stuff. You guys that have been shopping at IKEA, that stuff is made to last. Believe me, I bought all kinds of stuff. On my first duty assignment in Europe, and I bought furniture, I bought couches, and that stuff is so heavy, but it's made from that solid oak wood, and it's made to last through the ages.
Right. And then we have a couple of stores that sell, like, I would say, home decor and plates, things like that. That is like the Multicentro Salvador, which is that store that's way on the other side of Duarte that we went to. Then there's Valeyra, Hogar, and then there's like Casa, Cuesta, which they sell home decor, which we bought tons of stuff there. Plus, they actually do sell furniture, higher end, but it's beautiful. And Aliss is like that. Aliss, you can buy home decor and you can buy couches. I know I'm flying through these names. I'll have them listed underneath the video. Also Pricemart. Pricemart is your big
Costco.
Yeah.
It's your like Costco out here and Sam's
right. So
Sam's
if you
Club.
have your own transportation, you can buy just like you do in the States. The prices are like the what do you call it? The warehouse prices.
Right, warehouse prices.
And you have to supply how to get it out of there and stuff.
Yeah, because Pricemart don't deliver.
No,
that's right. So you gotta try to find somebody with a truck, pick up or something.
So I would say, like we did, we set a budget aside, and the reason we had the budget in the first place was because we sold and got rid of so much stuff in the U.S.
Right.
in Vegas, and then gave the rest of it just away. Like, so we sold, had the seed money to come out here to be able to purchase furniture, which was the smartest thing to do.
Absolutely.
Because shipping, we shipped things, we did not ship furniture.
Right.
Not a piece of furniture did we ship. We shipped things like electronics, clothing, your musical equipment. So, and then some household goods like air fryers and coffee makers, things like that. But I did not ship furniture. So it already was expensive, if you ask me.
You got that right. My God, was
you know our shipping woes. You can speak on that.
My nerves were shot. And our fishing, and our shipping woes, it was just a whole different video.
It was on the old channel.
It was an old channel. Yeah. But we went through so many problems.
Time.
And time, someone waiting for them to get it to us. They promised just one date. It was another date, and then a week went by, a few weeks went by.
They held it in customs, and then we ended up paying for the customs.
Right.
Time. We paid for the shipping, the dock fees. So we paid a lot more than I would ever want. It would never be worth it to me, and I would tell anybody that asks, "What do you think? Ship or buy here?"
I would buy here. If I do it again,
Me too.
I would buy here. I would get rid of everything. Now, some of that stuff may be sentimental value to you, and you had it for years, but you know what? You might as well kiss it goodbye, because if you try to bring all that stuff here, I'm telling you will get paid. You will pay again at the docks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you will pay at the docks what they think is worth.
Yes.
Not what you think, not what you paid for it, but it's what they think is worth. Because don't forget, you're in another country. You're in America. You're in the Dominican Republic. This is another country.
Right. And then you still have the headache of transporting.
Right. Then you got to transport, because we did our stuff out here. We had door to door. So we paid for the whole 9 yards, the bestest, because I ain't going to try to get no truck, drive way to, what, La Serena, what's that place out there in Santo Domingo, out there in the docks?
It was La Romana.
Okay, La Romana.
Because they told us he was either there or Santo Domingo that it was going to come in, and that is many hours away from here.
Right.
So you have to, if they do not have door to door, you would still have to do transportation to wherever you're living. Now, everybody won't be living in Santiago. Maybe you're living in Santo Domingo and it's close.
Yeah.
Maybe you're living up north, then you're passing us and you still have further to go. I would suggest buying here.
Right. There you go.
That's my
suggestion. Our advice.
Sell it all, bring the money, buy new.
Buy new.
Because remember, when you're buying here, you're buying in what?
You're buying in bulk.
No, pesos.
Oh, yeah, I forget.
He screwed that one.
That's the fruits. But you're buying the pesos, that means your dollar's going to go a lot further anyway, so you're really not losing anything.
Yes.
Getting rid of it there and come here and buy brand new stuff.
Like getting it on sale.
Getting it on sale, there you go.
So we'll use ourselves for example. We shopped at Suplidora, Hawaii, right? We purchased a living room sectional, a very large one.
Very large ones.
It literally, I feel like we could sit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 6 to 8 people on that couch.
In an L shape. Come in 2 pieces, 2 big pieces.
Yes. It has 2 end tables built in and a side table built in. We bought the dining room set with 6 chairs, very comfortable. And we bought a full, I'm looking while I talk, a full patio set, meaning a couch for 3 and 2 chairs and a full-size table outside. So that all together, I negotiated a price that included the delivery, the setup, and the cleanup.
Right.
So when I ended up all said and done, taxes and all, because you do have to pay IBIDIS, you have to pay tax, we ended up at around $2,000. Okay?
Right.
But remember, we sold a lot of stuff in Vegas.
Right.
So I had that.
We had that cash.
Disposable cash.
Disposable cash.
Set aside because that was my egg to buy what I needed. So if I would have bought that same furniture and I went on to Las Vegas to make sure I was getting an accurate price, it would have come out in Vegas for $4,300. I prefer to pay $2,000.
And that's a big chunk out your pocket. Big chunk out of your pocket. Something to think about.
Yeah, and IKEA, back to IKEA, we did get bedroom, so we did beds, mattresses, we did
dressers,
yep, and TV stands from IKEA, and that we paid for delivery, assembly, and cleanup because they just came all at once and just knocked it out. We did 2 of the bedrooms like that. And doing that, it was only like $35-$40, which we gladly paid because you sat and relaxed. I sat and relaxed. They assembled everything and then came and said, okay, it's all done. Where do we throw the garbage?
Right.
And I was like, have a great day. Here's a tip. And here's another tip, because I'm so happy we didn't have to clean up, we didn't have to assemble, we didn't have to do anything.
That's what retirement life should be
So I
about.
gladly gave that $35,
Right.
and then the tip to the guys, because it was 2 guys, remember? Well, once it was 1, but then the other
Then
time
it was 2
guys. Yeah.
Right.
So we went and we even bought decor, dishes, glassware. We bought like the plates, utensils, and we did all that in the places that I'm gonna list. So we went to Casa Cuesta, we went to Aliss, we went to Multicentro Salvador. We went to different places because they all had their own little perks. The Multicentro reminded me kind of a Big Lots, but a high-end Big Lots. Aliss reminds me of Kohl's.
Right.
So it's very similar without the high Kohl's
Aliss.
prices. It's like if Kohl's was having a sale all the time, it would be Aliss.
Right.
Aliss has amazing prices. Casa Cuesta is when I really want something super nice, super elegant. You guys always see this thing behind him in the videos. That was from Casa Cuesta because that's a wine refrigerator. So, he loves his wine.
Love my wine. I like it nice and cool. There you go.
Dual controls, all that. I love that. So
I love it.
We
price.
were able to purchase that out here also. The only thing that I did, and I probably now second guess myself as far as things that we brought, household appliances. Remember when I told you that? Sorry, my leg itches. I was like, I wish I wouldn't have brought all those household appliances. Yeah, some of them, but some of those I could have probably waited, and then bought through Amazon or like a Kohl's or a Bed Bath & Beyond. And then just had them shipped via Venmo pack here.
Right.
Because I just bought a new air fryer, and I bought it from Bed Bath & Beyond because they were having like an amazing sale. Because electronics here are expensive, and that includes household appliances.
Right.
You're going to pay that money for it to be shipped over. I would rather pay that myself through Venmo pack.
Right.
And get a sale. So I bought a air fryer, and the air fryer is going to be 5 pounds. So I was like, well, let me see, compared to what I'm saving, how much it's going to cost to ship. So if you go to Venmo pack, which I've also given that website to a lot of people to get things shipped over, and you look at how much it costs, 5 pounds only costs like $25.
Right.
And sometimes they have sales, and they give you discounts, like they're giving one now for Mother's Day, because for Mother's Day for us is tomorrow, Sunday.
Right.
So the 30th. So, yeah, to me, it's worth it. I would pay gladly $25 to ship rather than the $3,000 plus that we spent for shipping costs. It was ridiculous. I could have done so much more with that money. It makes me sick. But anyway, those are the pros and cons with some of those stores. Serena reminds you kind of, you said Big Lots, the furniture, right? It's kind of cheaper.
Right.
If you're looking for something that lasts, like I said, I would go to Suplidora, Hawaii. But to always remember also, there are a lot of people here to do custom furniture. You'll see all kinds of mom and pop places. Right. Like literally all you have to do is get into a car and drive, or ask someone, and somebody knows somebody that does something. Like, oh, I know somebody who makes outdoor furniture. Oh, I know somebody who makes dining room furniture. I know somebody who makes this, that. The problem we had, and the reason we didn't do that, because I know you guys are going to ask, why didn't you do that then, is because time. I am a big stickler, and if you tell me something's going to be done at a certain time, it needs to be done at a certain time and to my specifications. I don't like colorful. I'm a very limited palette. I like black, I like white, I like gray, I like simple elegance. If you love the bright colors, then you'll find them out here, because those people make red couches and yellow couches and orange and blue and things like that. That I just it's not my, it's not my particular taste. So, and I have heard horror stories of people who are like, oh, I ordered this piece and I didn't get it for 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and I'm like, whoop. And when we moved in here, there was no furniture, so we wanted and needed things to be here when we needed them.
When we need it, and they got
That's
it
just
done.
us being spoiled, but
and they got it done quick. We brought our other stuff from our old apartment here. We put it right where we're sitting there right now and stacked it all up. And each day we was doing a few boxes, 10, 20 boxes, putting everything away, getting all settled in. And at the same time, the next day they was bringing in our furniture.
Yeah.
Because when you go and when you buy a living room set, a dinette set, and a patio set, now they're gonna make a deal with you because you spend a lot of money. They don't want you to walk outside the door of the store not being happy. And the girl that waited on us, she had to make a couple phone calls because we let them know this is the price, this is the bottom line that we're gonna pay for this.
You mean I
yeah,
was
you.
playing hard nosed.
Yeah, and
Good cop, bad cop.
we say this is the deal.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it because we ain't talking about no layaway. We ain't talking about no crap. We talking about cash, Dominican pesos, right here, right now. Now, if you let that walk out, that's you, because that store wasn't crowded neither.
No, it wasn't. It had a few people. It had a lot. I must say it had a lot more than other stores that we've been to. So I knew we were at the right spot to get the best deal. And on top of that, delivery literally was within a couple days.
Right.
They were on it. They came. They set everything up. They made sure that our sectional was connected in. Everything was uncovered. They disposed of all of the plastic wrapping, the covering, and all that, and made sure that everything was clean before they left. So I love that.
Right. And we also now had to go to a different place to get our grill and our wash and dryer.
Oh yeah, that was more like an appliance store, electronics store, like a Best Buy. It reminded me of a Best Buy,
right?
Yeah, like a Best Buy, Home Depot
Home
kind
Depot
of. If they
kind of
had
thing.
a baby, that's what that store would be.
Yeah.
And that was the Corripio. So that Tienda Corripio, which was by, what's that place that we eat at? We met some of our viewers there.
Square One.
Square One.
Square One.
Yeah.
Square One.
So, and there even we negotiated again. I negotiated a price. We needed a stackable washer dryer, full size though, and he wanted a grill.
I wanted a grill so I can make my burgers.
You cut me a good deal, I get a grill. If not, I don't need it.
They cut us a sweet deal.
Yeah.
We had them put the grill together. I ain't got time. I just retired. Well, I look like putting the grill together.
Yes.
And I'm sweating my brains out. No, I'd rather pay, let them put it together, roll it up in here. I can turn that bad boy on and get my burgers going.
Yeah, he did the assembly for free, and then they came and they installed the washer dryer. The only thing we had to do is pay for, and this is something you guys might not know, the gas line runs a lot hotter here, your gas line. So when you have a washer dryer, you need to have like the old kind where it's like that funnel, and then there's a piece of regulator that they have to put on there. So you have to actually buy that regulator. Otherwise, you literally will put your clothes in there and it will burn up. They would melt and stick together, and you'll come out with a big wad of just melted clothing on top of each other. So I did not know that. That's another gem dropping. Boom, that I didn't know about.
This is valuable information about the ins and outs, because like I said, we've been through the hard part of moving here, transition, getting set up. And while she mentioned the washer and dryer, don't come here and expect to get one washer sitting here and one dryer sitting here. You ain't got that kind of space.
Yeah.
Stackables is the best way to go in this country.
Yeah, and they're full size.
And they're full size.
I mean, not that you and I don't really have a lot of laundry, but I don't like to do 10 loads, so I like to just wait and then do it. So, but anyway, I digress. So if you're asking where to go, we're going to have some names underneath, places we've actually been to that we've priced and looked at ourselves. You want to know what should I do? Our suggestion is don't bring it.
Don't bring it, sell it, and come here and start anew. Save yourself some hassle, save yourself some trouble, get rid of that stuff. And I did another video on this telling people, listen.
Oh yeah.
I went through
downsizing, all that. Yeah.
I went through drama. I went through PTSD, just leaving my stuff. But you know what? You gotta get rid of that stuff, because the more you bring, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Your first apartment may be a small apartment until you find what you're really looking for. And if we had brought all that stuff, we'd be knee deep with all that stuff that we really didn't need.
Yeah.
So we were smart to really get rid of that stuff. A lot of stuff we donated to the Goodwill, gave to local churches and charities there. And the Lord blessed us, and now look at us.
Yep.
So our opinion to you is try to get this. Don't pressure yourself to bring all that stuff here.
It's not worth
Don't
the
do
headache.
it.
Really
It's just not worth the headache.
It's not.
But you know what? If it's gonna kill you to leave it, then you bring it. You go on right on and bring it.
And I guarantee you'll be like this one, and you'll say, "Why? Why did I do
say,
that?
why?
I should have unburdened myself and freed the load."
Right.
So
Now, one more thing I want to mention before we end this video. Everything will change based on where you move to in the country.
yes,
Because everything ain't in every, well, I should have said state or city. I should have said state. Because they got states here. Puerto Plata is a state. Santiago is a state.
right.
San Domingo
So
is
you're
a state.
trying to get to the point that a lot of the guys from the north,
A lot
tell
of the
you
guys
that
from
they
the
have to
north,
come here,
they got to come here.
or Santo Domingo.
All Santo Domingo, which got the big old giant stuff. It's like a big, it's really the
I
big
can't
city.
go there trying to. There's too many stores that I would go crazy at. I don't need that kind of furniture. We're fine with what we have. Yeah. But they have really nice stuff. There's some beautiful,
got
like
some
the Blue
beautiful
Mall. There's some
stuff.
gorgeous stuff in Santo Domingo. But anyway,
We've been to Agora Mall, but we haven't been to Blue Mall yet, have we? Because there's one mall we haven't been to. I think they got 2 malls there.
yeah. Well, Blue Mall is where Louis Vuitton, all your upscale stores.
Okay,
But anyway.
okay. All right. So, yeah. So, we wanted to kind of let you guys know that. And I know you're going to have some comments. Okay, so.
But remember this: you have the same internet I have.
There you go.
Everyone is on Instagram. If you start following one store, trust and believe all these other stores will pop up. That's literally what I did. I am not a genius. I don't have a third eye, and I'm not a genie. I started following one store. I was in getting a facial one day at Bea, started talking to the girl about furniture, got her to tell me, oh, you need to come to this place and look. You talk to your friend, he gave you another place to look. This is how we found it out. It's just like back in the States. It's simple. And it's fun. Didn't you have fun decorating?
I love it's fun starting out
new.
brand new, a brand new country, brand new stuff. I'm
It's
in
like
love
the
with it.
newlyweds, huh?
I love it, baby.
It was like newlyweds.
Newlyweds. Hello, somebody.
Right now, our kids are like, ew.
Send chills all up down my spine. Show me a good time. So anyway, we just hope you enjoyed this video. Take notes, and at the end of the video, we'll see you some more information that you guys can use and need. So, in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life to be enjoyed. Hit that subscription notification.
And remember, if you want to be a patron of the channel, the information is underneath. But the easiest and free way is to just hit subscribe.
Right. And if we save you some money, don't forget about our PayPal. Because we save you tons of money by this knowledge. And knowledge is power.
Yes.
So, in the meantime, between the time, life be enjoyed. Peace.